Alright guys, welcome to CyCreek Geometry K's first flip video. We are very excited to be bringing this to you. Our video tonight is going to focus on parallel line properties with algebra. Just to give you a heads up, some items you might find useful during this video are the Unit 1.3 study guide, the Unit 1.3 dictionary that you've been working on, and maybe your notebook or a sheet of notebook paper. If you need to pause the video at this time, please do so, and then press play when you're ready. Alright, welcome back. First off, today in class, we focused on some specific angle pairs that can be found on parallel lines. Those angle pairs were corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, and the final two, same side interior and same side exterior. Keep in mind these are the abbreviations that we will be using throughout our video today, and we may even need to go back and think about our vertical angles and linear pairs from a previous unit. First up, in class we focused on identifying these types of pairs. Where are they located? Now let's talk about if those pairs are congruent pairs or supplementary pairs. With vertical angles, we know from Unit 1.2 that vertical angles are congruent. So I'm going to go ahead and add VA to my congruent list. Also from Unit 1.2, linear pairs, by definition, are supplementary. So let's add LP, linear pair, to our supplementary list. Focusing on corresponding angles. The diagram that you see shows lines P and Q, and it must be given that P and Q are parallel. Keep in mind the symbol that you're looking for in the diagram is that set of arrows. I've duplicated my diagram on a sheet of patty paper to help us look at the relationship here. Let's pick a set of corresponding angles. How about 3 and 7? As I focus on 3 and 7, I'm trying to determine if they are a congruent pair or a supplementary pair. If I shift my patty paper down, I notice that angle 3 is sliding down, and I stop when angle 3 is sitting on top of angle 7. Notice that the rays of each angle overlap exactly, indicating that the measure of angle 3 and the measure of angle 7 are congruent. Let's go ahead and add corresponding angles to our congruent list. Any pair of corresponding angles will be congruent when parallel lines are in place. The next angle relationship, alternate interior. Interior, meaning between the parallel lines. Alternate, implying on different sides of the transversal. One of our alternate interior pairs here is 3 and 5. If we focus on angles 3 and 5, taking our patty paper and rotating the patty paper, let's establish the relationship between angle 3 and angle 5. The rays of angle 3 and angle 5 overlap exactly again, so we can say that alternate interior angles are congruent. Please add that to your congruent list. If that is true for alternate interior, let's see if the same is true for alternate exterior. Think about an alternate exterior pair. How about angle 2 and angle 8? Notice their positions outside the parallel lines and on different sides of the transversal. By rotating the paper again, we're focusing on angle 2 and angle 8. We see that the rays of each angle overlap exactly. Angle 2 and angle 8 are congruent. Please add AEA to your congruent list. The last two, same side interior and same side exterior. Same side interior, between the parallel lines, same side of the transversal. We're going to talk about angle 4 and angle 5. Angle 4 and angle 5, if we try to rotate the patty paper, that may or may not get us anywhere. How about we go back to that same translating or sliding action from corresponding angles? Sliding angle 4 down, it does not sit exactly on top of angle 5, but if we continue that motion, stopping when the vertices overlap, we can see that angle 4 and angle 5 are adjacent and form a straight line. So angle 4 and angle 5 appear to be a linear pair and are supplementary. Please add same side interior to your supplementary list. Last but not least, same side exterior. Last time with the patty paper. Find a pair of same side exterior. How about 1 and 8? For 1 and 8, you can either rotate or slide. Okay? Think about what might work best. I'm going to go ahead and slide my paper down again. If I stop when the vertices overlap, I notice that 1 and 8 are adjacent. They form a straight line. They are supplementary. Okay? If I were to experiment and continue, I would clearly see that 1 and 8 do not overlap exactly. Okay? So again, 1 and 8 adjacent, forming a straight line. We can add same side exterior to our supplementary list. This list is going to come in handy tomorrow or Thursday in class. Please keep it with you in your notes. Now that we've made our list of which angle pairs are congruent and which angle pairs are supplementary, let's get started working through two examples that we will continue working on in class tomorrow. Okay, so this type of problem will be in class tomorrow. What are we given? We're given that two lines are parallel. So we've got A and B running parallel. Another way to see that is to have the arrows indicated on the lines in the diagram. We're given two angle measures. Let's go ahead and label those. 10x minus 13 and 7x plus 30.5. First, we have to consider what type of angle pair we're given. 3 and 4 are both outside the parallel lines. They are on different sides of the transversal, so we have alternate exterior angles. Take a moment and find this in your congruent and supplementary lists. We'll see that this pair of angles is in the congruent list. This helps us write our equation. Okay, if these two angles are the same measure, we know that 10x minus 13 must equal 7x plus 30.5. Solve for your x. Move the 7 back to the left, subtract. Let's move the constant 13 to the right by addition. Dividing here, get rid of that coefficient of 3, and we end up with an x value of 14.5. We may think that we're done, but glance through your problem one more time. We do need to make sure that we find the measure of angle 4. Take that 14.5 and substitute. If we end up with a decimal, that's fine. If we don't, that's great as well. Typing it in, we should end up with a measure of 132 degrees. Okay? Take a moment, make sure if you need to pause the video, finish out that work before we move to the second one, please do so. Second example, and this will finish out our lesson today. What are we given? We're given that M is parallel to T. This time our parallel lines run in different directions, not just horizontal. We're also given two angles. Let's label those on our picture. 3x plus 16 and 5x plus 12. Type of angle pair. Take a moment. Look at your list of abbreviations. What possible angle pair could we have? Inside the parallel lines, same side of the transversal P, same side interior. Finding this in our list, ask yourself if that creates a congruent pair or supplementary pair. We'll see that this pair of angles results in supplementary. Again, this helps us write our equation. Taking those two angles, we know that the sum must be 180. X's and constants on the same side, let's simplify. Moving the 28 to the right. Divide by the coefficient, and we come up with an x value of 19. Ask yourself if you're done. Last thing we need to do is find the measure of angle 1, substitute in, and we end up with a final angle measure of, let me double check my work here, 73 degrees. Okay. Any questions that you have from our video today, please write them down in the study guide. Your Geometry K teacher is waiting to answer them with you. Have a great night.